Good morning, everybody. This is Stacy Turner with our DMOpro Zoom. We're so glad you're here today, and my apologies for the crazy message that got sent out. We're on, so come join us, and we're going to be walking through the back office. Thank you guys for the great positive words of encouragement after the qualifier Zoom. That was like the best thing. You guys are like the biggest pool of cheerleaders I could ever imagine. So I just appreciated all the congrats, and I think it was something that was needed, right? Sadly, it didn't record. So we're going to redo it. Stacy and I are going to work on that. I'm not sure if Immobile is going to be with us, but we're going to try to make it generic enough that we will have it for a long time to be able to share with our people that get to QSC. And it kind of will be walking through from Partner Plus all the way through. So it could be even a business presentation. So we'll just kind of see how it turns out. But I thought it was very relevant information. And especially with this building back the clubs, we want to put some emphasis on that. So that was great. All right, today we're going to walk through our website. And so if somebody can put the link to the boards in the chat, that would be helpful. I really encourage you to pull that up on your phone, and then let's be on our computer in the back office. So the tutorial is in boards, and this is just something that I came up with as I started digging into the websites. I recognized, oh, I'm going to need some tools to be able to use this with my customers, to direct them, to direct my team. And I like the organization of having everything in one place. I use boards for a lot of different areas of my life, not just our Juice Plus business. So that was definitely my go-to. It's an easy way to basically make like a web page, and I did it in the page section of boards so that everything was in one place. And as things are updated, I've been updating that so that I have accurate information for myself so I can go back to it. And then so I can send the information to my customers and then also to my team as I'm walking them through it. So we're going to be on boards on our phone. That's going to be the easiest one to use the boards link on your phone. And then we'll do the website on our computer. So it'll be helpful to have both, but if you don't know, you can pull boards up on your computer. Did you guys know that? It's not just on your phone. So you would just go to boards.com, and that would pull that up. So we're going to walk through them together, and I'm going to share my screen. Give me a second to pull these both up. I have let's see, I'm going to minimize this. Okay, so I have my back office. I don't want to scrunch it too much because I feel like we're going to need that. So I'll just move it over here, and oh my goodness, all the apps open, right? Jared's always like, how do you live like this, Stacy? Oh my word. All right, I'll pull up another one here. Let's see. But I want the other side. Okay, we'll do boards. Here's the new sites. All right, so let's just walk through something really quick here. This is the link to the boards page, and it says what you need to know right now to keep moving forward. All right, I want us to keep that in mind. I put that in there for a reason. It's the new sites. There's three of them, so they're numbered. And it's what we need to know right now to keep moving forward. It's not what we need to do our business the best way we know how, right? I'm not saying I love the functions of all of these, but it is getting better and better. We're starting to see things come through, some changes, and then some things like today, we're getting messages that it's not working right. So it's not the best. We're not super happy with it. We know that it's going to get better. We're trusting that it's going to get better. However, it doesn't have to be perfect for us to be able to use it. And what we need to know right now to keep moving forward so we don't get stuck saying, I don't know the website. I don't know how it works. I can't understand it. I'm not sure how this whole thing, I don't know how to get this. I don't know. So I'm just going to shut down and I'm not going to do anything. That is the easy way. And there's a lot of people that are doing that. But I'm telling you, the longer you do that, the further behind you get, the more frustrated you get, the further removed you are from business activity, the easier it is not to do the next thing. And then it just breeds a lot of doubt. It creates, it's not confusion in your head because you're not plugged in, but is like an apathy to the business. So then you stop having conversations with people, you stop doing events, you stop following up with people, and it's easy just to slip away. And you know what? You may not see an impact on your paycheck right away if you do that, because we typically get paid. We say sort of the activity we're doing now is going to pay off 3 months from now. And so that's true. The activity you don't do now is not going to pay you 3 months from now. So it can be kind of a slow slip away. You lose a customer, you have a customer that cancels, and then it just kind of, your business slowly slides away. And then you wake up one day and you're like, what? This is what my paycheck is. What happened? And then it's like, do I really want to do this? Do I go get a job? Do I do something else? And all really because you just kind of chose to sit back and wait until it's perfect. And remember, we've talked about there is no such thing as perfection. It's just progress. We have to keep moving forward. And so, what do we need to use right now to keep moving forward? That's the most important aspect of it. So, don't get stuck. Don't sit. Don't wait. We just need to move forward. And I'm going to need to let my cousin in the doorway real quick. Hold on. We're in Albuquerque and the Airbnb is not working. Give me a sec, guys. Okay, I'm back. So the first one we can look at is our customer accounts. So that's at juiceplus.com. So as a partner, you have a customer account. If your husband has an order and his email is on the account, he has a customer account that has to be activated, and you have to use those accounts to manage your orders. And this is where our customers will too. So any order that has a separate email is going to be need to be activated and used or managed on this site. So we're used to, in our classic office, we managed our customers' orders. This is more like Amazon. I don't manage my mom's Amazon order. She does. She has a username and a password. She goes in there, she orders, and she manages hers. That's the same way. So what is hard is we're used to doing that for our customers. They're used to us doing that for them. And so it felt very frustrating to not have our hands in the in it, because it wasn't working for them, some of them, and it wasn't working for us. And so there was a lot of frustration, but for the most part, it is working. Here's what I do. When I'm on my phone, I'm going to scroll down, and if I have a customer that says, um, like maybe I tell them, hey, your order is going to be shipping this month, and I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. And then they're like, no, I'm not ready for that order. What do I do? I screenshot this. So on my phone, I'm screenshotting it, and then I'm editing that image to where it's just this box. On the computer, you could screenshot to where it looks like this. And then this is what I would text someone. So from here, I could text this to somebody, and I could send it to them on Messenger, or I could send it to airdrop it to my phone. I could email this to somebody. I could have that image to send to them in Messenger, on Facebook, whatever that looks like. But this little image now, having that in my phone, I can easily send that to somebody. Another option would be to not have it like that, to where you're screenshotting it. You could just send the picture, just the image. If you click on the image, especially on your phone, if you click on just the image, it will pull up, and then you can save that image into your phone in the photos. And then you could take all of this and you can copy it. So I could copy those words, and then I could text them to somebody, and the hyperlink would be right there, because we're sending them to juiceplus.com/account/login, so that they can easily get there to where their customer login side of things are. So I could copy this and I could text them to it, and I could also send them that picture where we're telling them, don't log in, you need to activate first. Okay, so once they've activated their order, then they can manage their personal orders. So again, same thing. I can take a screenshot of just this, and I could send this image to them. And so I would have just this image. I have that in my phone and I can easily pull that back up. Or I just go back to boards and screenshot that and send it to them now. And then same thing, you could also screenshot this image or you can copy these. Sometimes when you copy and paste it, you have to go back through and make sure that the lines are actually like that there's a space. Sometimes it squishes it all into one, but that's a way that you can help your customers along. What if they say, I'm just not able to find where I can cancel it? Then you can say, go back up to that image I just sent you. Look up the far right. It's underneath all of the order details and it says cancel subscription. And then they're like, oh, that's right. Or I would just copy this and I would paste that to them and I would just send those instructions. So the idea is we don't have to try to figure it out every time. I've already typed it in here. I've already gotten the images for you. Use those with your customers so that you can help them manage their orders. And it's just teaching them because it's not intuitive. That doesn't make sense that cancel is here under, not under the manage, but they didn't want to make it like so easy that they just cancel the order. We would rather them skip it, right? And ultimately, we would rather them to be able to just adjust the date, which I know that is coming. It's just not here right now. So people maybe don't know that they need to click on the red view subscriptions, or they don't know to click on each subscription number. So this kind of helps give them some direction. So let's stop right there because that's the most that we have. Okay, well, I'll do this one. You can do the shop app and you can direct your customers to this. Shopify is connected to the shop app, so it's a free app and it works with all kinds of things that you order and it tracks it. So I can tell them, hey, if you want to track your order, go ahead and get the shop app, and then when you sign in it will connect to your order, and it doesn't show up until they get an email from Juice Plus saying that it has been shipped. So not a confirmation email, but an email that says that the order has been shipped. And then once they get that, then it is showing up in this app and it tells you all the things like where it is. It's preparing the shipment, that it was in transit, and then it said it was delivered, and it was really nice. I could see that really well. So I can again just screenshot this part to them and I can send them just this image and tell them, hey, go ahead and do the shop app so that you can track your orders. Okay, so everyone's muted, but if you guys have a question, let's go ahead and ask. Probably you're not the only one that has the question, and we'll spend a few minutes here. Does this make sense of how you would use this for your customers? If you've never logged into your account and you haven't activated, I'm not going to go over that with you guys today in detail because it's right here. You're going to have to take some time to go in there, activate your accounts, go in there, play with it with your own orders, check it out. Then if you have questions still, come back to me in Voxer and I'll see if I can help you. But it's pretty plain right here. So let me know. Do you guys have a question? Have I missed something?
Stacy, my
Yeah.
question isn't what you just told us. I love that's really good. But how do I get this into my boards?
Well, I don't think you're going to need it into your boards. You're just going to save it to where you can access boards. If I
You
if
can
I
say,
send this to you guys and you guys edit it, I don't think there's a reason that you would need to edit it. Beth, what were
Well,
you going to say?
yeah, I just want to save it so
yeah,
I can use it,
I
but I
did.
don't
If you
know.
scroll all the way to the bottom, it says open in boards, and then it gives you the opportunity. Well, it doesn't there, but in mine on my phone, I opened it on boards, and then it went saved it in my board. I could pick where to save it. I'm not going to edit it, but I know where to get it. And I don't know, you have it on the
I've
team
got it on I have it up on my phone.
on the Campbell team board. That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can ask them to add that in there too. So that should happen when you pull it up, then click on that link. It should say, do you want to open in boards? And then it should save in your boards. It would look like it was over here on this side of your own boards that
Okay.
you've made. So maybe check that out, see if
Thank you
it's
for
there.
that. Yeah. I just found what Beth talked about,
Oh,
so,
okay,
and I can post
perfect.
it. So thank you,
Thank you,
Beth.
Stacy. Yeah, that's
Hey,
great. Go
Stacy,
ahead.
can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Um, what I'm back to what you originally said is you really don't need to say this to your boards. And another reason not to do that is if you when things begin to change and you update and edit things, you won't get those edits. And so if you just save the board location itself, then if you make changes, you go to it. Then if you update it, then it's going to be updated.
Yeah, it as I update it, it will update for all of you guys.
Right. But it wouldn't be if you saved it. If I save it in my board, it won't be updated unless I update it.
Right. So something else is you could just save it in the notes on your phone that you could easily go to. And I hope somebody's monitoring the questions because I'm not able to really read those and talk it through. Okay, any other questions on that? That's a good point, Marcia.
Dr. Jamie has a question, has her hand up.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, thank you for putting this together. I activated several customers over the last months, and I would say at least 50% of them, including myself, have had to change passwords multiple times, like to reactivate the account. Do you happen to have any knowledge of why that is happening, or do you just resend them? I just have them change the password and reactivate, but I just wondered why that might be happening.
Yeah, that's a great question too. And what I found is this was early on, but I used my phone to help my mom. It was actually on her phone, and we activated her account. She set up the password, like we got in through her email. And then when we went back to it, we could open it on the phone with the password, and I helped her create the password. But when we went to Safari on her computer, it wasn't accepting the password. That was when I was crying. Remember, I was telling you guys I was like bawling because I was so frustrated. That's what it was. I couldn't, I was like, we set the password, it's saved in her phone. Why would this not be working? And I mean, it was the password was correct. So I thought, all right, let's go to Chrome and just see instead. Is it a difference in the um
Browser.
and so I went to Chrome, we typed it in and it totally worked. So I don't
Oh,
know. I don't
okay.
know why that would be, but that I've told a couple of customers to try that and they said, "Oh, that totally worked." So,
Okay.
and
Well,
we
I'll
could
just keep
pull it
that
up
in
on
mind.
yeah, we could pull it up on my mom's phone. Like we knew we were in there, but it wasn't working on her computer. So I don't know why, but
Okay.
it was the correct
And I think most
password.
people I've done it with them on the phone, so that could be the thing. So, okay, browser
Yeah.
Chrome. Thank you.
Yeah, try a different browser. If you're always in one, try a different one and see if that works. But after that, it did work on Safari. So I don't know. It was just enough to cause confusion to make me cry. So I had a story to tell on Monday mornings. I think that was it. Okay. Any other big questions in the chat? Melissa, go ahead. You had your hand up, Melissa.
Yep. Hi.
Hi.
All right. I have a tip and a question about sourdough. A tip, I'd say don't forget to wash your jars because it sucks 2 days later to try to wash them. But regards to boards, so like I only have the free Campbell team board. Um, but I think this would work the same with what you're saying here. So like I can't get into like the sourdough board because when I click it on like I can't save it in my notes because it's not in like the free version. So I don't know if this is making sense. Like if you send this to me and I save it, if it's not in the Campbell team, but it's on a paid version of boards, like I think people can't get to it, or am I doing something wrong?
No, you're right. If you're not paying for boards, you only have access to one board. So my answer is pay for boards. It's like $6 a month. It's like a minimal fee to be able to access as many incredible boards as we have available to us. To me, it's a great business expense. You can write it off, and I
Okay.
would just really suggest that. But you could save the link in your notes on your phone, like a notes section, or even as a contact in your phone you could save it and the link would be in the notes section of a new contact. But yeah, I would say if you guys are really seriously doing a business with this as a business, go ahead and pay for boards. It's worth it. Yeah. Okay, great question. Anyone else? I think there's chats. Beth, can you help monitor the questions in there if there's something I need to address? Or unmute yourself, raise your hand or something so we can see if you've got a question. But this is how I'm using
Stacy, it
it.
was kind of hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up with the chat, so I was going to suggest people raise their hands.
Yeah, I think that that's going to be easier unless somebody's able to answer them in there. But since it's recorded, somebody else may have the same questions. Okay, so again, I'm using this snapshotting and I'm sending it to people. Annie, you have your hand raised. Go ahead.
Okay, so I went to my account and I don't see, I mean, I see the order history, I'm just so lost. View card subscription, and then so I went on there, but I don't see what you're showing on your screen.
So
I don't understand.
right above
So,
order history, it says view subscriptions. If you see the image I'm pointing at right now,
yes,
and if you click that box, it will say view subscriptions. Once you're in the subscriptions, then you should have a list of subscriptions. Do you have anything that's showing up there?
yes.
Yeah. So case in
Okay, I'm
point,
trying to I'm trying to
yep.
get back to your
So
screen.
customers may have the same thing where they're like, I don't see anything. I just see order history. If they're in order history, it's just going to show them their payments that are being collected. They have to click on view subscriptions, which is circled on the image. And then within that, they can click on the individual subscription. And each order that has a different subscription ID has to be managed individually by clicking on the red subscription number. So
Okay.
if your customer is saying that, I don't see anything, that is most likely what's happening. Same thing. They're looking at order history, which think of that as payment history. They need to view the subscriptions so that they can manage those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then because I'm sorry, because I wasn't able to keep up because I was trying to find it. Okay, so then once they get into that, they go where, because you don't want them to go to cancel subscription. You said that. And then
Yeah,
you go
go
to
back on your
manage,
boards.
right?
Yeah,
You go to manage.
go back to your boards and it's step by step right there. It says
Okay.
click on the red subscription ID of the order you would like to change, update, delete, delay, or expedite. And then the next one says on the screen, you will click the red manage box where you'll have the option to
Uh,
save it next shipment. Yeah. So just
got it.
like
All right.
always go back to this image and then I'll tell them you have to do step by step on this. And once you
Okay.
teach it to them, they do it once. It's not a big deal, but it's just not super intuitive. So that's why we've got it written out for them.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anyone else have their hand up that I'm not seeing?
I have a question. This is a very basic question and we should probably know this, but how do we find on our back office who is shipping? So, because you were saying, like, if you see someone shipping soon and you let them know, and then you're directing them on how to manage their order, but how do we see who is shipping soon?
Yeah, we're going to get to that in just a minute, but we're just going over juiceplus.com first with our customers, but I will definitely get to that.
Okay,
So hold tight. Lisa, you had a
thank you.
question?
Yeah, I can get that board. I clicked it before when you did your talk the other day on my computer, but I can't get it on my phone. I'm just wondering if I don't have the letters or something right. It just won't open. It keeps going to back to my boards app or whatever.
Oh yeah, to have you
Do you have
sign
any
in.
suggestions?
Check boards and see if it
Yeah.
needs to be updated on your phone. I've had it do that before to me with other boards. Try that.
Okay, I'll try that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm. It's a boards issue, not a link issue, if that makes sense. That I know of, unless somebody else knows something. All right, so we're good. kind of understanding. You guys have questions about the Shop app. That's totally separate than Shopify. It's an app that you download in your on your phone, and it's just called Shop. And so you would go to that, you would create an account, and it links in um, with somehow, I don't know, my order showed up in there when I created an account. But it made it super easy. And I was happy that I could screenshot it as the process went along so I could make that image to share with our customers, which is kind of cool. We've not had that before. All right. Am I missing anything? You guys good? Let's move. Keep going. Okay. So the second section or the second part of this would be your own personal landing page. And I have one little image on here because honestly, I'm not using that so much. It says, it will say your name and it's juiceplus.com. So mine is stacyturner.juiceplus.com. That's the landing page I could send to somebody. But if I send them to that website, and they click on that, that creates a cookie in the computer. I don't know what a cookie is other than it's tracking it. And then if they click on a different page, it's supposed to still be connected to me. If they order, it's still supposed to be connected to me. But there can be issues if they just go to juiceplus.com and they're not going to stacyturner.juiceplus.com first. Then if they created an account and before they placed an order, they didn't click on my link, it can cause some confusion, which just means we have to be really good at follow-up, guys. Like on it, because we don't want to lose these customers that we're sending links to. So I'm going to share what I've been doing to really keep up with those. But it should say your Juice Plus partner, Stacy Turner, and it should have your name. If you have not set up your website name, they call it a web alias, and I'm going to show you what that looks like on your back office. You have to do that with your new partners. It doesn't generate their name. Yours should be whatever it was before this new turnover. If you had I didn't have to choose a new one. It was just stacyturner.juiceplus.com because that's what I had before. But new people in, we have to walk them through doing that. But it's all on here, I promise. Okay, let's go to placing orders. So this is something that could get confusing to you guys. It is still within the personal landing page. You could send them there. You could send them and they go explore the website and then they put what they want in the cart and they order. There's no place for them to say, I want to be ordering with Stacy Turner, but it should say shopping with Stacy Turner. So it should direct them at the top of the page. It would say you're shopping with Stacy Turner. So it should be, if they click on your link, it should do that. That's the way cookies are designed to work. But I'm finding, and we're advising people to build a cart for them. So I'm not finding an issue if I go to my personal landing page and build a cart from there, or if I go to juiceplus.com and build a cart from there. I'm not seeing that there's a problem either way. At the beginning there was, but I don't think that that's an issue anymore. The what connects the cart to them and back to you is your email. Okay, so I'm going to show you this in boards and then we're just going to go build a cart for something so that you guys see it actively done. I'm guessing most of you have already built a cart for something, but if not, we'll walk through that. So same thing, I could screenshot this and send it to a team member for them to be able to learn how to build a cart for someone. But the instructions are all right there. And then here it is even written out how to build a healthy study cart, which I think it's Family Healthy Starts. I don't know. Do we even know what that's called anymore? That's where it was. Funny thing, I was in a training with some team and I said, click on the picture of the girls with the melons. I don't think that that's what you want to say from the front of the room. It was funny. One of them caught it and I was like, oh my gosh, I totally just said that. I thought it was funny too, but we don't need to tell people to click on girls with melons. It was just silly. Okay, so look, it says you are shopping with Stacy Turner, right? So if somebody has my landing page, if they've clicked on my landing page, if they then go to juiceplus.com, it should bring them back here where it says you are shopping with Stacy Turner. That's what cookies are designed to do. So I'm just going to remove everything from this cart so that we can start from new. And it says Stacy Turner right there. It says I'm shopping with Turner. Okay, so if I go to shop, here's the picture of the girls with the melons. Look, shop. See that kind of melons. Girls, get your head out of the clouds. Those melons. So this is for the Healthy Start cart. So you would click that. So that's kind of difficult to send somebody there, right? Like that seems like a lot of steps to get them. And because of different issues that they've had with fraud of people ordering Healthy Starts, getting the free product, only paying the first payment, changing their credit card, never paying for the other 3 months, then they kind of made it a little bit harder to find. That's what I've been told. I don't know that I love that answer, but that's what we've said, right? Okay, so this is interesting. Like this is a gal that I already sent this to recently, a cart that I had built. So we'll just keep her information in there. So here's something important. This I hereby accept the terms and use of the privacy policy. You have to click that to be able to continue to the next step. And then you choose what do you want for the product for the adult. They have the Omegas in there now. The quad is there. It wasn't always there. So that's kind of nice. Let's just say we're going to do capsules and it said add to bundle. When I did that, it shows up over here on this side and it says, this is something else. It says add adult and child products to proceed because you can see I can't add anything to the cart because it added it to the bundle. Once I add the child's portion, then it will let me add it all to the cart. So because of this child's age, it only gives me the option for gummies. If the child was older than 13, it will give you the capsules and gummies. I don't know what to do other than adjust the birth date for somebody if they want capsules and put their order in and add a different birth date that gives them the capsules. Other than that, I haven't figured it out. I don't want to sit on the phone with Juice Plus. Maybe somewhere else they'll figure this out, but that's what I've been doing. So if they want capsules, I just adjust the birth date. I mean, sadly, what are the chances that someone's going to stay on for 21 years, right? We hope that, but if not, we cancel the order, we put in a new one when needed, and we just move on. So add to bundle. Now you can see once I added both the adult and the child's portion, then I can add it to the cart. Okay, so if you're getting stuck, that's where people are getting stuck. They're not clicking the accept button, or they're only putting one adult order in there into the bundle and they don't add the child's portion. So now that we have that, we add it to the cart. And then I want to view the cart. I could add other things to the cart, but I don't want to add other things because I want their shake to be separate. What if in 4 months they don't want the shake order or they need the shake order before? You would have to go in and cancel this. And remember, we pay a fee for a child to be on the Healthy Starts program. So we don't want to have to pay the fee in 4 months again because we had to cancel this order and place a new one because they don't want shakes. We don't have an ability to adjust what's in the order right now. So I encourage them, they want to pay to place a separate order for the complete. Okay. So from here, you would do view cart. And I'm not going to check out because I'm not paying. I want to send this cart to them. So I'm not checking anything out. I want to share this cart. So it says share your cart and it says enter your email, not your customer's email. This is you. If you are a partner, be sure to enter the email address associated with your partner account. So mine is stacy@turner.org. That's my email address. I'm going to create the link and it says that's the link, and then I want to copy that link. It says link is copied. That's what I would send just this person because this is a Healthy Starts cart that has this customer's child's name and birthday. This is not a generic cart. This one isn't. This is a Healthy Starts cart, so it will have this child's name and birthday and product in it. I'm only sending this. Now, if they choose to add the shakes, which I've had that happen this week, I'll show you guys what that looks like. They added product to the cart. I didn't put the product in there. They added shakes. I was happy for the shakes order, but I just wonder in 2 months when they need more shakes or in 4 months if they don't want it, we have to cancel it all. We're going to have to put in a new order and we'll just deal with it then. But it is what it is. So I I didn't know they were even interested in the shake. They added it in there. So from here, the link is copied. I could send that into Messenger. I can send that as a text. I could send that to an email to them, whatever that looks like, how you've been communicating to them, you send that link. And then they click on that link and they would put in their payment information and all of that. Marcia, you had a question?
Yes, ma'am. And this may be above and beyond the purview of this call, but I want to throw it out there to see. When you do events, Stacy, like sourdough or whatever event you're doing, and you're trying to take multiple orders from different customers that, going to order at the event, how do you handle that? I've done it, and you get so caught up with, each person that I mean, then they can put their credit card in. I mean, how are you handling that? And yeah.
So the last event I did that was a sourdough, and there were quite a few people that were interested. Remember those cards I made, and we passed those around at those events? I did pass those around, and they gave me those back. I gave everybody an order form, and nobody filled it out. But I did get the cards back. So you can still give somebody an order form and have them fill it out. From that, you can still build them a cart link, and then they would put the information in an order. I mean, like complete it. But you don't have to have their address. You don't have to have their email. You just need the child's name and birth date. And what I'm finding with this too, guys, is those that are interested, especially last month when we had that incredible sale, I would just say they had interest, and I said, send me your kids' email. I mean, send me their kids' names and birth dates, and I'll build you out a cart. Do they want capsules or gummies? And then do you want capsules or gummies? And then what's your husband's name? And since you have two kids, we can build two carts. I would build two carts out. I would send it to them, and they were ordering. Like that was enough for them. They weren't even asking for videos. A lot of these were people I've had conversations with, but I'm finding the links do work. People do like to just follow the link, and they like to order. So when I'm saying the links do work, I mean, it's not like people are turned off that you're giving them a link that's how they have to order. Most of the time, if you think of anything that you buy right now, you're not filling out an order form anymore, right? You're using a link. So we caught up. It's just different than what we've done. So if you can have multiple partners at the event to where you have help and you're walking them through, but I just got a card. I didn't have any helpers this last one. And it's a lot if you're doing a sourdough by yourself. So I handed out those cards, and then I got the cards back, and those people, I built them a cart and I sent them the link, and I had some of them order. I would rather us do it right there before they get distracted. That's a card that Marcia is showing. What's that, Marcia?
Yeah. Is that the one you used?
That's not, but I like that. If you want to send us that, where did you have those printed somewhere?
Somebody did, and I got them this weekend at the Day of Impact. But Anita Coward knows where to get them. I will find out and put it in the DMO chat.
Okay, and I'll find mine again. I just had made it through Canva, and then I had them printed through Canva. I don't know if they're the cheapest, but they were easy. So I'm almost out. I was just going to look at it since we've kind of shifted to this new site. Does it something need to be changed? You could put your QR code on something, and they scan the QR code, and it would go to, you have to make a QR code, but you could do that, and then it could go to your landing page, and then you could walk them through it right there. That's another option. If you just walked everyone through the process of ordering, they would at least be clicking on yours, and then that would go back to you because of those cookies.
Yeah. I just have to let the idea that that if I don't take an order at an event, that they will order. That's my thing. I feel like if we don't get it right then, they just won't ever do it, So
Yeah, I had the same fear for sure. And I had 25 orders in January with no events. So everyone used the link, right? So I think that blew that fear right out of my head. So I hope that wafts it away from you guys too. It's just different. Like I wanted the order form and I wanted to fill it out and I wanted to help them order right then. And sometimes that works. And then there were a couple of people that still had questions and I said, hey, let's just go to coffee or lunch. So that's an option. Okay, so let's keep moving. If I wanted to, I'll remove this from the cart. And when you take out the adult portion, it takes out the whole thing. We could keep browsing. We could look for shakes. We could look for different options that way. If you guys are wanting to find things like chewables in a different option, like I think it's in here. If you want the chewable packets. Oh, also, this is the other thing. If you just send them to your landing page, it has pay per shipment first. So it has that pay in full price. And if you build a cart, then you're choosing pay per month. And the price is the monthly price that we're used to and that they're used to seeing. So that's another benefit of making a cart versus sending them to that. Let me find where it is. It's in the boards page. I'm not going to take time to do it now, but you can do the gummy samples and it's through the part that you're choosing what portion. It's somewhere like in here in the subscription. I can't remember where it is, but somewhere there is the option to do the chewable packs. It's in like some menu that folds down, but I'm pretty sure I've got that in boards. Okay. Let's just say you wanted to order shakes. You would do the same thing. You would add them to the cart and then you would share the cart link. Okay. Any other questions before we move on from this part? Missy, go ahead. You're muted.
Thank you. Hey, when you, just a question with the bundle of 4, the quad, if you're putting that in, is it a bad idea? Because I know what you said about you don't want the complete because they might want to change that. Have you found that people, when they get the quad, sometimes want to slow the one of like the omegas down, and so it would be better to put in the trio and then the omega?
Great question, Missy. I have not found that. It's they're taking the same amount, 2 of each a day, and so they should
Okay.
be done by the 4 months or at the same time. I even before this system, the new system, I don't remember that being an issue where people were like, if it's, they want the omegas, they understand what an omega is, and they typically stay on it. But if that was the case, same thing, you would just have to cancel it and then redo it. So here's some more information about, we're back on the boards now, your personal landing page, and then you can use the order form like you mentioned, and that this is the order form that I had made as a 1 page without the pay in full prices. So you guys can click on that on your phone. You can click on it, save it into your photos on your phone, and then you would print that order form out from your photos. It will print from there. All right, let's move to back office. Oh my gosh, we're at 9:48, guys. Should we do this on another next week? We've only gotten through 2. Okay, I'm going to try to speed it up then to like 15 minutes because that this is already getting super long and we could be here for a whole other hour. We may have to extend this to next time if we can't really get on. But let's go just through this so you guys know it's on board. You're going to have to walk through it again on your own, right? You're going to have to spend some time. I learned this from getting in there and digging around. So I've given you the tutorials to be able to get in there and dig around. Now it's your job to go apply it. So I'm not going to take as many questions this time, because maybe we can continue it on the next one. Back office is backoffice.juiceplus.com. That's how you're going to get there. This is where you manage your business. It's not where you manage orders. And new partners need to understand that. And then maybe people who have not been plugged in. This is where you manage business. It is not where you manage orders, not your orders and not your customers' orders. Managing meaning you can't adjust or change something with their orders or yours. Managing more of being able to see the details that you need. So when you're managing your business, once you're logged in, you'll be able to navigate through the site and see the information for your customers, your partners, and their customers. You can see the information. You cannot adjust anything for those. The most useful section is under Teams. So on that blue bar over the side where it says Home, right underneath that it says Teams. Most of the information we need is in there. And when you click on Teams, you see that this part, the white part, that has all of these options shows up. Okay, so where the other website, our old one, fed us the information we need, we have to use different filters now to find the information, to take it to the information we need, because it's a massive amount of information. This allows us to just get the info we need. It just is different because it's not fed to us really that as specific. So the most of the time you're going to be under Teams and then under Report Center. And when you go to Report Center, this is what pops up. And that's where you're going to be able to see, you can search for your customers, your downline subscriptions. That means your orders, your customers' orders, and all of your partners' orders too. So you might think, well, I don't need to see all of my partners' orders. I just want to see just my orders, or I want to see just one partner's orders. That's where you're going to go down, and it gives you the option to use the column filters. The column filters give you the option to search the customer's name, the partner's name. You can search for next ship dates, and for their product and their billing date. So again, is all of the information we need on here? No. Is there information we don't need? Yes. And so you just have to use the filters to find what you need. You can look at this and you can say, I don't know what all these boxes are. I'm so confused. I don't like that they have all these boxes, and what is all of this? Don't worry about that. Find the box that you need, type in the person's name. It's going to automatically put that information in. You don't have to click return. You don't have to do anything. You're just going to scroll down. And after you've put the dates, let's say for next ship date, it's going to populate the information. If you scroll down, all of that information is going to be there. So if you're on a screen that you can only see this and you think, I did put in the dates, I can't see the dates, where are the dates? Scroll down a little bit more and they're going to be there. I'm being dramatic because that is the exact reaction that I had when I started using it. So we can all be dramatic together, right? This one's going to say, taking you to finding your new customers. There's a couple of different ways to do that. You can see if somebody placed an order. You're going to go to your back office. You're going to select Teams from the menu on the left. And I know I'm going fast, but that's why you guys have this tutorial. You're going to come back to it. On the team dashboard, select My Teams. From the drop-down menu, you're going to do My Customers. And you'll see that those new orders are there. You can populate it by the date that they placed their order. What's interesting is new customers, email and phone numbers don't show up. Like, I kind of need that information. I hope that gets fixed. Now, all of your older customers, their email, their address, their phone number is in there, but not on the new ones. So that's kind of annoying. But another way to find the orders, and this is what I typically do, you're on your home page, you're going to scroll down till you see the box that says My Sales, and you're going to click the PPV, and it will organize it from 0 to the higher number. So when you see numbers in both the CV and the PPV column, it means there's a brand new order this month, or it's an order that reshipped. And I am going to take you to mine to show you guys what I mean by that. But you want to check the names to see if it's someone you've shared a cart link with, or if it wasn't one of your existing customers that is simply their box reshipped. And then you sometimes under KPIs works. All right, let's jump over to that site. This is what I'm talking about. So I'm going to scroll down and it says My Sales. So I'm just on the home page. These are all of my dials, but this one says My Sales. So when it says CV and it has a number there and there's a number in PPV, that means it's a new order or it's an order that reshipped this month. Okay, so I can click on this PPV and it's going to organize it. This one that says minus 300, she shipped the order back. That's what that means. The points were taken out and she shipped her product back. So if you see that, I didn't know that she did. So it was a customer from last month. I was like, have you even gotten the product? Like, how did you return it that fast? And I was able to talk her out of it, but it's still showing that that was a refund. So I do need to call that in and ask them, did the payment collect and she wanted to keep it? Can I still get the points on that? So I'm not sure on that one, but that's what that means. That alerted me that I needed to have a conversation with that customer. So look at the rest of these. These are my customers, but they say CV, but there's nothing under PPV because that's a payment that was collected. Um, it's not a new order. Okay. So, but when I scroll down, because I organized it that way, I do have these new orders. So, Robbie Ballou, I know he's already a customer. So that's not a new order. I know I had already alerted them that his order was shipping. But Pamela, Karen, both of these orders, those were hers. What's interesting, I'm finding that they put all of their orders in one name. I can click on, I can't click on any of these, any information. It's just this basics. So I can't see, does it have her husband's name? Like, why did she put her name twice? But I think it's because she used her email twice, even if she put the same different names as the customer, because it's her email, it's showing up as just under Karen. But you can see, look, she had 500 points with one order. So I was like, what the heck did she order? Right? Like, I sent her a trio cart. So I can click on here. I thought I could. So when you hover over their name, you can click on that because it's a new order. It's going to pull up and show me some of the information from her order. And I can then see what did she order this month. It's being slow, but that's what it would show up. It almost like shows up like is the invoice is what would come up here. And I saw that she had ordered perform shakes and on her husband's order it was shakes for it was just regular shakes. So okay, she's got 500 points there and 335 points there. So adding up, that's 835 points. Do you think maybe this is a customer that I could have a conversation with about joining as a partner? Absolutely. I am not going to let her stay at 835 points when she needs 900 points to get $100 and a promotion. Like, why would I not offer that to her? I don't really know her, so I sent her a message and I kind of explained it and I said, I don't know if this is for you or not, but if I were you, this is what I would do. This is what I do, and you could get some money back. And obviously, you guys believe in Juice Plus. I would love for you to get some money back on that. So that generated a conversation by being able to see her points of what she ordered, which that's not something we were able to see so easily last time. So that's kind of cool, right? So you can see that those are their orders. Now, something else I will say is I write down the people that I was sending the link to this week. I'm writing down their names so I know who to follow up with. One of them is a gal named Kayla that reached out to me. She was wanting to order for her and her husband, and we talked about possibly her mom. She's a returning customer. So she decided she was going to sign up back as a partner. So to find out, like, her orders aren't going to be showing there because those are my sales, but I want to know, is she in the system and what has she placed an order for? So if you go to the top, it says search my team. So I can just type in Kayla's name. And if she is in the system, that will show up right underneath search results. So I'm not seeing her in the system. Either it's not up, like not generating it. I can try something from a different name. So Kayla's either she didn't show up and it didn't connect to me, or she has not actually signed up. I'm pretty sure she told me that she did in our messaging. So now I want to know what happened to that. So again, that's going to be up to me to do the follow-up to find out where is she, or maybe she changed her mind. I don't know. Let's see if Gloria shows up here. It could be my internet too. See, so you could like, because I'm on we're at an Airbnb, so I'm not actually connected to Wi-Fi. So maybe this function's not even working. Who knows, right? So we just kind of have to look through things, dig through, find the information, and just not go into meltdown. So Gloria Hare is a team member of mine. She should show up right here when I do search results. I don't know why that's not functioning today. So it could be totally that. Let's see what else you guys might need to know right now. Those are the two places that I go to the most, under Teams, Report Center, and then it's going to give us lots of options to be able to break that down a little bit more detail, and it gives you your information there. So downlines, upcoming subscriptions, same thing. You're going to start to use your column filters to find the information that you need. You can do my customers. Anything that's blank on the phone number, you see how there's no number there? That means it's an order that's been placed in the new system since September. So I don't know why isn't their address and phone number populating? I'm not sure, but their email is in there now, so that's good. But that's kind of something quickly you could see what orders were new. Created date, any of these columns, you can filter those. So that's going to do by the earliest it should do here, and that would also show me where my new orders were placed this month. And that was true. Karen, and it's just showing up she had one order, so I wouldn't have as much detail here, right? So I don't know who this Andrea Kirby is. That's an interesting one. Okay, so you can see that there. That was an order from 212. I'm not sure who she is, so I need to, that's not a name that I know of. So I got to figure out who is that person. Maybe she was a lead. I didn't get an email about a lead because we're not getting them, but these reports can break things down to where we can see some more detail, and then there's other reports where you're going to see other detail. I'm not joking, guys. You get this. It's frustrating. Like, I don't know. I have no answers for a lot of things, but I do hope that this gives you some direction. You can find the information. You're just going to have to dig through it until it gets fixed or they have the add-ons to it. I don't know what that solution is that they're looking for. I know that they are, but we do have access to quite a bit. We can't wait until it's perfect to move forward. We just have to keep moving forward on our own. So there's a 2-minute video on how to find orders for your upcoming shipments. How to find somebody who's close to PB or POB qualification. Again, if that search feature was working today, I could just type in somebody's name and then I could click on them, and then their homepage comes up and their dials are there. So I can see who's close to that information, to that, and I could have a conversation with them. And then D. Lucas has done some amazing tutorials. If you click on that link, all of hers are going to open up. So the information is there. New partner setup. Let me walk you guys through this because I do think this is an important aspect. If your new partners don't set this up, then they don't get paid. And we want them to get paid, right? So they have to go back in and put in, they must enter all of this, their social security number, their birth date, their address, their phone, their banking account, and their routing number so it gets to them. And then we want to help them set up their website. So again, I'm just going to send this to them. I'm going to screenshot this and I'm going to send either this whole part to them, or I will say, maybe I just do this, log into, and I'll copy this, and then I said, you should get an email with a link from the company to set up the password. So go back to the email, or I would send this to them, and then I would say, you have to do all of these things. And I know Kayla is in the system because I walked her through this. So I just don't think that little button is working right now this morning. But I walked her through this and she set all of that up. So if we were to do that, where someone would do it is they would go over to their name. See, mine says Stacy Turner in the upper right-hand corner, and then under settings. And then under settings, it gives you where you can edit anything. So on the computer, it's going to be much easier. It's much bigger. So you can edit anything on this side. And then it says website information. See this where it says Web Elias? Right there, if you go over and click edit, that's where they have to update their website. They have to put it in, or it's just going to be the numbers that are generated. And that information is there. So that's, I wanted you guys to see that in person where that was at. And then to renew your partnership, if you if new partners after September 1st, if they sign up as a new partner, they will never have to renew. They're automatically renewed. But it did not carry all of us that were in the old system. We all have to go in and renew. You should get an email from the company that says to renew your partnership. I did not, and mine was in January. I just know that I joined in January, but you would just need to send this to your partners and make sure that each one of them, when their month was, when they signed up, that they do this. So you could go back to some old reports and email if you have those from the back office. You might be able to find that information. I already had it in Project Broadcast, and I already had it set as a reminder for all of my partners to renew. So I already had that information in there. So you might have to go back to old emails and dig that up. Or if you don't have a massive team, you could just send this to each one of them and ask them, hey, do you remember what month you signed up? And then you could send this information. Again, you can screenshot it and just send that to them, but they're going to go to juiceplus.com and they log in on their customer account, and then it says become a partner, and then they become a partner. Or they could go to your stacy.turner.juiceplus, and then it says become a partner, and they could sign up as a partner again. Again, pain. I don't agree with it, but that's the way it is. So we can be at war with these websites or we can just move forward. Checking for team renewal dates. Sometimes this is accurate. I think last Thursday they had a massive update and that they're saying this is accurate, but that's one way you can find those renewal dates. Keep checking those. And then I don't know if you guys know this, you have to submit your 3-1. This is the last month for the 3-in-1 challenge. You have to submit that. Company is not automatically doing that. So it says 3-1 form link. You would click that, or you could use that QR code and you have to fill in the information. You have to give them the info that you got a 3-in-1. If you don't do that, they don't know it. So, and then remember the call that I did the other night with Stacy that didn't get recorded. All of the Let's Get Qualified tracking resources, including this, and some of those slides are in there. So if you click on that button, it will find it. What was one other thing I wanted to show you guys? Oh, you can see if a new partner has done what they need to do. If this is not working, I can't get to somebody else's. Oh, look, there she is. I knew she was there. Okay, look, it says 74% complete. So to get to Partner Plus, she's 74% of the way there. So I'm curious, like what has been completed. So it says she's active, that she's a consultant, and it tells me she has 446 points of the needed 900. So I could talk to her and say, and I have been, because she was going to place her husband's order. Look, you're at 446. So that means I sent her a trio link. She ordered more than the trio. I think she ordered shakes as well. So that does tell me that that point is more than 300. And she has not placed her husband's order. She has not placed her dad's order. So it's up to me to then direct her, hey, did you place those orders? What's the next step in that conversation? Because it says she's active, that means she did go in and set up her banking information. She did set up her website, and I can see that right here too. It says her landing page, and that means she went in and chose that. It wouldn't be there. So I did know that I had set her up. So just know that that's what all of that means. So if this is not clicked as active, it will not show. Even if she had all of her orders and she had not gone into the settings and completed all of that, this would not say 100%. It would say like 97%. And I caught a team member last month by that dial, and I realized, oh, she never went in there. So then I went back to boards. I clicked on I was able to send her just this information of getting set up, and then we got her set up, and then she got paid on her orders. So when we think, okay, they've got 3 orders in, the company's going to automatically promote them, may not. If they haven't set this up, they won't get the promotion, and then they wouldn't get their bonus, and they wouldn't get their paycheck if they haven't done all of these things. Okay, fire hose. I know, but dig in, know the information is there. When you get stuck and you're like, I don't understand it, go step by step back through the tutorial section that you need. And I'm finding that over and over as I go back to this, I'm able to do what I need to do to keep moving forward. And that's what's key. We don't want to get stuck. Don't let this let you get stuck. And most of the time, you're able to call in adjustments for your customers right now, and we can find orders like they're working with us. And I'm hearing that the wait line isn't as long. I was on the phone like every day for a couple of hours at the beginning. I'm not now. I'm not having to clean up as much mess. So I'm happy about that, right? We're able to actually do the work that we get paid for. So keep moving forward, guys. All right, I'm gonna stop the screen share and I'm gonna stop the recording. So I hope you guys found this helpful.